Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, July 5th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. So glad to see everybody. Woohoo! Hey, welcome to my Facebook peeps who come in and chat. Love it, love it, love it. And welcome to my Facebook lurkers who lurk and watch and hopefully learn. I'm so glad to see everybody. And also welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this. When after my live, I upload it to YouTube. All right. Zoom out. And I'm not seeing any comments, which means we have a broadcasting problem. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a minute. We'll try this again. Oh, there we go. Hi, Mary. Wanda, hello. Wandy, woohoo. Zoom out. I'm so glad to see everybody. I hope everybody had a safe 4th. I had a quiet one, which is perfectly fine with me, guys. I'll tell you. Oh my. The loudest part of my 4th was my neighbors who decided that they were just going to keep setting off fireworks. Ugh. Wanda, how was your 4th? You went to see family. So I'm just glad everybody had a good time. Okay. No contest to announce at the moment. Everything's quiet. Yeah, I remember you saying you went to see family, the grandkids. Okay, so I got this Hello Autumn. The book was like $3. It's now $2 actually on YouTube. And I'm going to just do a really quick flip through. And if you have this book, I'll probably do a piece out of it. So you can do a color along. That's why I told you I was getting it. So take a peek at it. This is, let's see. It just says coloring book, so I'm not sure who the publisher is. We'll find out later. Hi, Rhonda. Okay, Mary got hers. Good. I love it. Look at all these leaves. That'll be fun to do. So I'm going to do Rita. Hello. So there are some pretty neat pictures in here, and I'm looking forward to doing them. Okay, good perspective on some stuff, just interesting stuff. Ashley's got it, good. Rhonda's getting hers tomorrow. Okay. Rhonda, I may or may not do anything in this tonight. I don't know yet. Pumpkin Patch. For some reason, I love coloring cars. I've got a couple of grayscale books on cars I want to haul out. So it's a pretty nice little book. I love this, waterfalls. And of course our standard turkey, gotta have one of those. Excuse me. I love this one, look at this. So this is a view over the lake. Oh, I can see adding a really cool sunset on this. Or sunrise, depending on what I plan on doing. Wouldn't that be pretty? A cornucopia. And I love something like this with all these leaves, because if you do everything in basically the same color pattern, it looks really cool. More turkeys. Just cute stuff. Scarecrow, pumpkins, yeah. So I just wanted to show you this book real quick. Look at this dog dressed up. Oh my gosh. And then we've got all these little pumpkins that got hands on them. Okay, that's different. Now, the reason that I get excited about stuff like this is I just see just different techniques I can show you on them. So we can have some fun, and this would be gorgeous done as well. I may do this one off camera and play with it. And then we've got another old car, the Amish. And this one I'd like to do for you because we've got all these sticks in the basket, and then we can get some shading done in there. I thought this would be a cool book. Like I said, it was $3.56 when I got it. It's gone down to like $2, I think. And if you're a Prime member, it's free. And then we'd have to play with this a little bit because the way the house is, we can do some shading on there. And part 2 now is just a repeat of everything. And as you can see, these all have black pages on the back. Okay. So we have this in our repertoire. Yeah, I remember this. Okay. Yep, repeats. I think. Yeah, okay. So, good. We're all set with that. So anyway, so a couple bucks now on Amazon, free shipping if you're Prime. So apparently they're dumping the book to get rid of it. I'll tell you, you can't go wrong for $2, right? You'll pay that to get an individual piece on your Etsy store. Okay. So, I've still got Winter Wonderland. working on a couple pieces out of there. And I showed you how to add the extras around the outside, so I'm going to play with this a little bit. And also I've been working on my stained glass and doing my reflective stuff on it. So fun stuff on, oh, there you go, see it? All this is that goopy glass stuff that I've been showing you. This is going to be really cool. And I'm probably going to do the butterflies with gel pen, glitter pen. So we'll have some fun with that. So just keeping you updated on this. All right. So grab your coloring stuff, guys, whatever projects you're working on. Let's get coloring. So tell me how you guys are doing. Tell me something positive if you can. And if you need prayer, of course we do that as well. All right. So let me see where I want to start with this little puppy. Ha ha ha, no pun intended. Sandy, hello. Hello to everybody that popped in while I was going through the book. Sandy DeSanto, hello. Ashley, Rhonda, Mary, Rita, Wanda, Wandy. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Hi Sandy, how are you? Okay, so this is where when I'm starting on something, I will go ahead and pick out a few things that I know for sure I'm going to do a certain color. Now, you may wonder why I'm doing holiday stuff. I'm doing kind of a Christmas in July type deal. I finished up my skaters and my snow piece last night. I had a lot of fun with that. And I wanted to show you how I went ahead and showed the light reflection on everything. Oh, Rhonda, yeah, I love the extended borders on here, and I wanted to show you guys how to do that. Zoom out. See, now it works. Zoom out. Go figure. Okay, so this is the piece I did last night. Finished up. Hi, Amy. And notice the yellow reflection, which actually I put a little glitter on there. I did the glitter glue. I put the reflection on the house as well, the front, on the trees. I did the glitter glue on the little tracks here of the skaters. Thank you for all the great comments I've been getting on this. And then I used the rhinestones for the falling snow. A couple of you weren't sure about that, but I wanted to show you the method. You know, I'm going to show you stuff like that. And I showed you how to color snow. And I showed you dimensional snow as well. See, you put a little gray underneath there. And we've got the sliding snow. Amy, what you been up to? So I just wanted to show you this real quick. Zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and scope out my holly here. I feel good. Oh, they've got a line. The artist has a line through this leaf. Now, this is a Teresa Goodrich book. I like her stuff, but she tends to get a little free with the way she does stuff. Zoom in. I am so glad, Amy, that you had a great 4th. Everybody see this leaf here? And you can see the fireplace through it. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Now, if you want to, you can take an Arteza white gel pen. You know I love those. And white that out and then color over it. Up to you. Amy, did you get rested yesterday? Hello, Maddie. Maddie's getting her coloring on tonight. About time, young lady. Zoom in. Okay, now I'm kind of in the mood about snow. So I'm going to draw some lines on here. And I'm going to make some little snow caps. Everybody see that? Why not? Maddie said the holiday weekend pooped her out. Amy said somewhat rested, stayed up till about 11 p.m. Fireworks in our area were still going off after midnight. Yeah. Okay, everybody see how I'm adding this extra line? Anybody remember those Christmas trees when we were young? They were the ceramic trees and they had the lights poked through them with the snow on them, which was like that sprayed styrofoam stuff. Somebody help me out here with that. Okay, now Teresa, you can see that she really didn't finish some of her circles on here. Yeah, Amy says they were a little extra loud this year. Everybody had to let out a little extra steam. Yeah. Okay, so I'm having to add some of these extra berries here, which is fine. It'll look cool. Let me slide you to the other side and let's see how many we got over here. Oh, the dog. Oh, I was so mad. You know, I always look at our local Facebook posts, especially for about dogs being lost and so forth. And some idiot woman said her dog was lost. And she said, we took our dog to the fireworks and it slipped its harness and we lost our dog. Oh my gosh, people, what the hell is wrong with you? And excuse me for the language, but I'm sorry. Who in their right mind takes a dog to fireworks? Everybody see how I'm adding these little extra berries on here? Which now I think looks a lot better. Zoom out. Okay, and remember I added a couple of extra leaves on this bush that you would never know about? And then of course I added all the extra stuff outside of this border. Zoom out. Zoom out. So for those of you who weren't weren't here the day that I did this, everything on the outside of the border is extra. And this is the kind of stuff I like to do with my things. Now, do you have to do it? Of course not. But I want to show you these ideas. Do you want to go coloring your stuff, you know, day after day after day and just color stuff and color stuff and color stuff and not put your little unique stamp on it? This is what I'm all about. And you may not like what I'm doing, but watch it for ideas, okay? All right. So what I'm going to do now, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. So now I'm going to tint in my color for my Christmas tree. And you can see these little areas of white now where I added to be a little snow. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I color, I love to do stuff like this. Zoom in. Because then it makes the page specifically mine. And of course the other reason I do this is to teach you guys. Okay. Excuse my arm. Excuse. Let's see here. Give me a second while I find the color that I want. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Welcome to anybody that's new. Hang out with us. You don't have to talk, but we love it when you do. We believe in equal opportunity abuse. Kidding. No, we have a very respectful family here. Okay, now look, a little bit of blue on our white areas. To emulate snow. So we just want a little hint there. And I would even go so far, just very, very gently hit it with your blender pencil. Like just swipe it. La-da-da. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'll end up putting little stickies on here, my little rhinestone jobbies for ornaments, because these are so small. Now, I'm also guessing, hi Tammy, I'm also guessing that this is one of those little reflector stars. Do you guys remember reflectors on ornaments? So if I can get away with it, I'm going to put Tammy, Bobammy. I'm going to put some silver on here. There we go. Isn't that cool? Okay, now I tinted in my green because you know I'm not just going to leave this like this, right? Always use, guys, 2 shades of your color at least. Not including shading with your original pencil. So we need to get away from flat coloring. All right. Dark green pencil along our lines of this tree. Good to see you, Sarah. Oh man, look how cute that looks. Zoom out. Zoom out. There you go. Isn't that cool? And Sarah, if you type my name with a capital L, I'll see it better. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in our light green on this other tree. And I want you to see now how cute this is already looking. We're after like major cute, right? And then depending on your pencil, if you've got your popcorn, you may want to go ahead, which means you've got white in there. Blend your pencil. Rita, did you pick up any of those supplies that I recommended to you? Rita, did you pick up any of those supplies that I recommended to you? That list, from that list. Okay, now this is my blue snow. Zoom in. Zoom in. See how I'm just putting that little bit of edge of blue on here? Doesn't have to be very much. Keep your blender pencil tip clean, and you can just make one pass to just blend that a little bit. Zoom out. Everybody see now how we've got that looking like snow? And if you don't have enough white, go back with your Mono Zero, which is your little teeny tiny eraser. And just erase out your areas. Okay. Oh, okay, good, Rita. Zoom out. La-da-dum. Okay, I'm already having too much fun with this. And I'm going to pop ahead and do something here. Just to show you and just because. Just because. So out come my little rhinestones. This is my go-to on here, and I love these zoom out because it's got all these different sizes. This is in our affiliate list. Because I'm going to need teeny tiny here. I mean, I am talking small. Now, normally I would wait until the end of this, but I want to show you. I think it's cool. So I'm going to grab my washable glue. There is the Elmer's gel, and I also use the washable clear. Doesn't matter. And now you can sit there and laugh at me while I try and get these small dots on here. Now, you know I always tell you that even though these are stickies, always put your glue on. And actually, unless I'm having a really klutz night, I've gotten pretty good with these. Okay, so here is my teeniest, tiniest rhinestone. And I'm going to go ahead and put my yellow one where that little silver cup thingy is. Zoom in. And actually, I'm just going to add a little bit more glue because I think I accidentally wiped it off. There we go. Good grief. There we go. Now, I want you to start thinking about stuff like this, guys. If you want run-of-the-mill coloring, that's fine. but I want to show you how to make your pieces extra special. Zoom in. La, da, da. Yeah, Maddie says cuteness. Cuteness overload. Now, unless I'm having a really klutzy night, like I said, I've gotten pretty adept at putting these suckers on here. Just be sure when you put them on that you give them a little extra push to make sure. Did you get that glue settled underneath here? The book is Winter Wonderland. And the other thing I always tell you guys, if you're new to the group, oh man, this is cute. Don't ever get frustrated with your piece halfway through, because your piece is constantly changing. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? La-dum, la-da-dum. And my question to you guys that are watching, would you have thought to do this on your piece if you hadn't seen me do it? So in the span of starting this broadcast, I've showed you how to make a little Christmas tree with snow on it, right? Zoom out. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let me go ahead and hit up this last tree real quick. And hello to anybody who's popped in the room. I've got my face stuck in this project, so if I don't say hello, sorry about that. Okay. So this is the teeniest, tiniest of my little jewels on here. I want you guys to think of this stuff. And I'd like you to think about another thought too. Zoom in. Some of you give away your colorings to like nursing homes or whatever. Now tell me that somebody in a nursing home who sees this piece with the jewels wouldn't enjoy that little extra touch. Right? Wanda says she's working on her girls. It's a coloring picture tonight. So please keep that in mind, that if you give your coloring pages away or donate them, how somebody's going to enjoy these little extra touches that you put on. Oops, I missed the circle. There we go. Now, I'm not going to use a yellow topaz on this tree to the right because I've used one here for this light up here, this star. Now, don't worry when you push this stuff down. Sarah says she's working on a snowman from Melanie Steves. Hey, share the wealth, Sarah, and post it so other people can see it. Zoom out. Look at that, guys. So now you've got Christmas trees with snow, with glitteries for ornaments. Glitteries? Okay. And again, welcome to all my new people. Feel free to say hello. I promise we won't bite. Okay. La, da, da, dum. Now, you also know that I tell you, zoom in. Don't get stupid with your decorations, you know. Don't overdo it. Use your judgment. All right, snowflakes, little yellow. And then I'm going to speak for yourself, ILene Vick. I've been known to nibble. So I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Now, you got to be careful because, you know, yellow and blue, green, right? And if you just want to go with yellow on the other one, that's cool too. And I'm going to mush out the yellow a little bit just to make like a halo effect. And then I'm going to take some of my iridescence, which I now managed to bury in my pile. Oh my gosh, I just love these add-ons, I'm telling you. There we go. All right, so I have some iridescent little doohickeys here, rhinestones. So now I'm going to go ahead and start popping some of those on. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I feel it coming. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Okay, so my iridescent goes in the center. Whew. And then on all my little doohickeys here, I'm going to go ahead and put some more iridescence on it. Thank you, Tammy. And again, because the glue dries clear, I'm not worried if a little bit squishes out. Because that'll go away. Everybody see where I'm going with this? La-da-dum. And actually, I am going to, let me see something here. Yeah, I think we're good. Got 2 more dots of glue to put on there. Oh, well, I globbed that one on there, didn't I? Oh, how cool is that? Zoom out. How pretty. Okay, now I'm going to mess with you. I love you guys. Now I'm going to mess with you. Oh, I love these rhinestones, I'm telling you. Zoom in. So I put clear on this previous one. I missed a spot, didn't I? Wanda? You're not telling me this stuff. I did. Zoom in. Now, one of the things that I do is I'll dip my toothpick in a little bit of that glue. There we go. Now we're there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my glue on this second star. I keep pushing this off. Where am I? There we go. Here, let me turn it this way. So I'm going to put a slightly bigger center on there. Everybody see what I'm doing on this one? What's the difference on this one, guys? Da-da-dum. Oh, come on. Doggone, that looks like a puddle of glue close up, doesn't it? Maddie, what am I doing different on this one? I'll tell you what, these teeny tiny rhinestones, I use them a lot. Oops. Well, this little guy doesn't want to be part of the picture. There we go. Yeah, for the center stone. What am I doing with the color, though? I'm using a nice blue. One, two, three, four. So I'm still getting my yellow and blue, but I'm doing it a slightly different way. Ooh, let's see here. There we go. Zoom out. Check that out, guys. Zoom out. And then if you can, just go ahead and use your toothpick and roll the wood in your glue to pick up any excess. Not a deal breaker if you don't. There you go. Now tell me that that isn't cute. Isn't that cute? Okay. So if you notice when I color, I don't color the ordinary. I make sure my shading... Oh, Rebecca, I'm sorry to hear that you had a rough weekend. Now, I get questions all the time. How do you know where to start? Well, I use two criteria about starting. Number one, I will start where it catches my fancy. Zoom in. Oh, Rebecca, what's going on? You said you had to take your 8-year-old to the ER? What's going on, sweetie? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of yellow in here. Zoom in. Zoom in. And then I'm going to put a touch of orange. And then I'm going to put in a touch of, here we go, red. Not too much though. She's fine now? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Rebecca. God is good. God is good. Okay. So when I'm deciding about where I'm going to color, so she came around on her own, but she was still out of it when the EMTs got here. Okay, so she passed out. Well, prayers for her. Keep us updated. Okay, candle. Oh, she collapsed and stopped breathing. Ooh. What's her name? Okay, Kaylee. Kaylee. All right, I'm going to take a little breather, folks. Lord God, in the holy name of Jesus Christ, we pray for Kaylee. We pray for her complete and absolute recovery, and that when she goes to the neurologist this week, that they will find out exactly what's going on. But even better, Lord God, we pray that you cure her of whatever this infirmity is, and that when she gets to the doctors, they are absolutely confounded. Lord God, we pray for her absolute 100% recovery. In the holy name of Jesus, amen. Kaylee is covered. Hopefully she's a believer as well. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. So we need to go ahead and decide on a candle color. Candle color. And Oh, so Rebecca says that Kaylee is a big fan of church and Sunday school. Yes. I pray that she'll be just fine. Okay, so let's work on some wax color here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this base is here. If somebody wants to throw out a suggestion, I don't know if it's supposed to be wax. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this wax down here, and I'll run it into here. Now, don't get fussy when you don't know what something is. Make a decision and run with it. Hello, Pearl. And I'm going to go ahead and run a little bit of wax off to the left. Zoom in. Pearly, how are you? And I'm also going to, we're going to drip down some wax right here. Everybody see how I'm doing that? Oh, I'm having too much fun with this. Pearl, how is your significant other doing? Fill us in. Update us, Pearl. Okay, everybody see how I'm running this wax down the side? Sorry for the bounce, but it happens every once in a while. And then I'm going to go back with some blue. Jerry is doing well. What does that mean? So Pearl says, since Michigan is hosting plus 90-degree weather and high humidity, I am staying inside. Yeah. Whoops, don't want green on there. Hold on. Everybody see how I'm highlighting now? My wax with the darker blue. And I also want you to notice, zoom out. I also want you to notice that I'm using this blue to wipe out this line as much as possible, so I can have my dripping wax. So Pearl says that Jerry is behaving and not doing the things the surgeon told him not to do. Good. He is being a perfect patient. Love it. Good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I love this dripping wax too. Now, you can even take it a step further if you want. And we can drip it onto the mantle. But next time when you draw it in, let your pen dry a little longer. I'm notorious for doing it too soon. Oh gosh, what, 9 years now? Okay. Zoom out. Well, thank you, Christine. You're the only artist I watch. I love you do wonderful work. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Well, listen, guys. Anybody can color these pages, right? I'm here to do extra special stuff with it. Why not? I mean, coloring artists are a dime a dozen. So I like to do different stuff. But the other thing too is those artists that are on YouTube, they are good in they're really good with their particular specialties and techniques. There are a lot of them out there. But the other thing I want you guys to realize is I'm here for companionship. Okay, I'm putting a gold leaf on here. So if you just want to sit back and look at the chat and watch me color, that's fine too. Okay, everybody see this is a gold metallic pencil. Zoom in. And I don't care what level you are. Ask your questions, make your suggestions. Okay, I'm using another shade of gold, which is slightly darker. Zoom in. Oh, and food. Yes, we are here for the food. And whoever, I don't remember who brought up peach salsa, but I bought 2 jars of it. Doggone it, ILene, the other day. We are really good about talking about food. Okay, see how I'm using the extra shade here? Oh, dang it. Well, you know, we're doing Christmas in July, guys. Get your books out. I'm doing this on purpose so we can forget about our, you know, heat issues, more or less. Christine says she's on the keto diet and lost a lot. Good. Okay, everybody see how I'm using the 2 shades of gold here? Everybody see that? Sandy, yes. Ruffles have ridges. Yes, I use an electric sharpener on all my pencils, and if you have an electric sharpener, be sure to use to sharpen graphite pencils to clean them out. Wanda says she's taking a break and eating Ruffles with ranch dip. Oh my gosh. And drinking a chocolate banana milkshake. And the very next comment from Christine was, yep, 75 pounds it lost, and I'm proud of myself. You should be very proud of yourself. Zoom out. The eraser I use is the AFMAT, AFMAT. It's in our affiliate list. I love this thing. You will pry it out of my cold, stiff hands. Zoom out. You know, actually hot tea sounds pretty good right now. Okay. Ruffles have ridges. Everybody remember that commercial? So see, I'm putting the lighter gold on here. Zoom in. Rebecca said she had homemade cheeseburgers and French fries. Oh, bagel. Did you have cream cheese on it? Yeah, Christine, you'll love your electric eraser. I didn't use one for years. I thought they were silly. And I was dumb. Okay, everybody see how I'm putting this gold on these marks? And I will remind you, everything bagel with butter, that's good too. Now remember guys, everything past this edge I drew in. Okay, so let me go back now with my slightly darker pencil. Tammy says since my job closed, I put on 15 pounds and now I'm 145, too much for me. Oh yeah. Okay, and my lead is breaking. Okay, 2 shades of gold, guys. Everybody see that? What do I always say about coloring? If you color with a blue, make sure you color with 2 shades of it, at least. Now, unless you're in teeny tiny areas and can't get to something, that's different. Zoom in. So I'm going to put a green ribbon on here. That's a metallic. And then I'm going to add a little bit of darker green. See, I'm just putting a little bit on there. Everybody see that? Anybody have any question about me and the 2 color bit? Yeah, taking off pounds sensibly. That's how I lost all my weight. First of all, you've got to figure out how many calories you're eating. People will go on diets and they don't even know how many calories they're eating. And there was an app and I would scan the barcodes of the food. And I knew how many calories I was eating. And I didn't automatically go down to like 2,000. You can't. If you're eating like 3,500 calories a day or 4,000 calories a day, you can't just lop it off and go down to 2,000. You can't. That's ridiculous, and that's why a lot of people fail. You got to work your way down. That's how I did it. So if I was eating 3,500 calories a day, I would take it down to 3,000. And if I wanted to eat cookies that day, I ate cookies that day, but whatever I ate, I stopped at 3,000. Okay. And then a while later after that, I would drop it a little more. And after a while, I started eating healthy because I could eat more food. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit up some ornaments. Now, I've got some teeny tiny spots on these ornaments. So I'm going to get into my markers here. Now, I also have colored pens, which I can use, and I have Flare markers by Papermate. Now, if you're coloring something like this and you accidentally go over those little star thingies, take your black pen and just draw them back in again. So I'll do that after my marker dries. And I'm also going to take my silver metallic pen and make that little cappy thing. Sandy says she never thought to color with markers, gel pens, etc. until I saw your great ideas. Oh yeah, you can. I color with gelatos, eye makeup, chalks, pastels. Oh man, do you guys remember these ornaments that had the inside of it like this? And it had the little like snowflakey stuff on the inside. And I may come back and just put some glitter on that. Zoom out. Mary's colored with coffee. You can color with tea. Staining your pages. Guys, don't limit yourself, please. Okay, I've made this so dark, I'm just going to go ahead and color it in. So Sandy says, my daughter gave me a big pack of gel pens. Now I know what I'm going to use them for my coloring. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Now our little ivy, holly leaves here. I actually want a darker green. Da-da-dum. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my leaves. And don't do what I just did and wipe it with your finger. Now, we've got these little dots here, which, again, are very hard to color with pencil, because you can't really get a vibrant color. Pauline Canham. Hi, Pauline. Just got 36 metallic watercolor paints. Can't wait to use. Welcome, Pauline. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm using my Tan Mint dual tip pens. Now I have Ohuhus and Tan Mint. Pauline, welcome to the group. All my live broadcasts go to video in the group. And I put in keywords. Excuse me. So you can search by keyword. Okay, Pauline, it's there. And it's on YouTube. Now, if you have older eyes like I do, get one of those magnifying lamps. It's a round lamp that has a magnifier in the center. And you look down through it. Okay, I'm going to let this side dry because I'm going to show you something. Zoom in. Pauline, how did you find my group? This is the second page out of the same book. I'm actually going to be moving to a different book that I'm excited about showing everybody. I will be on this page for a while because I'm doing a lot of detail. As you can see. Oh, she's using the word brilliant. The UK, right? Whoops, I missed one. Oh, that's right, Pauline. Weren't you and I talking the other night? Oh, I'm so sorry for coughing. Excuse me. Okay, so I've got more berries. Oh, Pauline, that's right. You work at that store. That you've been there for 20 years? And you get home very late? Hey Siri, what time is it in the UK? What time is it in the UK?
In London, England, it's 2:45 a.m.
That was it. I'm sorry, Pauline, it just took me a minute. So kick off your shoes, relax. Let me make you laugh a little, intentionally or not. Okay, and again, guys, this is where, what's my opinion on blending with white pencil? I've done it, I love it. But it depends on the final look that you want, because when you blend with white pencil, it softens it. So for example, if you're coloring on fabric, you can blend with white pencil. Okay, everybody see these extra little circles that I'm adding? In PJs and a good drink, there you go. Pauline's got her jammies on. Everybody see how I'm adding the extra little nodules now for the holly? Now, I want to show you something here. Amy says me too. She's got her jammies on. Maddie has her jammies on. Yay! All right, everybody see how these circles are floating? That is perfectly fine. You don't have to have them attached to anything. And in fact, I'm going to run it up here on the mantle. Actually, I think Wanda and I decided that's really not called a mantle. The mantle's down here. Everybody see all these extra little circles that I'm putting on here? Guys, I want you to think of this stuff. And it really does help, of course, when I stay on camera. I'm even going to put one down here, see it? Now, keep in mind that all these little circles that I'm putting on are going to be red, right? So that's where my red dots are going to be. Yeah, but Wanda, wasn't the part underneath the fireplace called the mantle? But yeah, I've got this on the mantle, so that's fine. Okay, so I gotta let that ink dry. Zoom out. Hearth, okay. Okie dokie smoky. Zoom out. Amy says she's working on the snake page in the circle. Yeah, the lower one is the hearth. Yeah. Okay. Zoom out. Look at all the cool additions now that we've got. So let me go ahead and I missed a little gold leafy thingy here. Okay. And while I'm waiting for my little circles to dry, zoom in, zoom in. I'm going to go with black and gold. On the mirror. Which are Notre Dame colors, I believe. Why I thought of that, I do not know. Okay, now, I don't want you guys to be afraid of your colors, right? You don't want a tepid looking piece. And I certainly don't want you to be afraid of using black in your colorings. I've had to drag some of you guys kicking and screaming into that concept. Now obviously, again, you don't get stupid with it. And I'm hoping that this coloring is giving you ideas for other projects that you're working on. As I've said before, this project may not thrill you. The thrill is gone. But I want you to see the way I'm thinking and the little extras that I add. Yep, Amy uses black whenever she can. I like to use it on Bennett's stuff. You saw me when I used the black on that lizard. Yeah, just don't go overboard with it, Amy. Now see, I left the base of the tree there. Don't color over that. And again, everything above this line I drew in as extra. Zoom out. Doesn't it look cool? La da dum, la da 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 dum. I hope you can hear the music in the background, otherwise you'd be thinking I'm absolutely bonkers. Okay. Now, remember those little circles I drew in here? Hopefully that ink is now dry enough. Zoom in. And now I'm just going to go ahead and color them in. And I want you to see how cool this looks now with all the extra little dots. And again, they're not necessarily attached to something, so what? Good night, Pearly. Pearly's going to go hit the sheets. Zoom out. Pearl, I love it when you stop by. You take care, sweetie. Pearl, Keep us informed about Jerry. Okay. All right, I think I got all my little dots now. Everybody see how cool that looks? Oh, missed a couple. Guys, I want you to think about this. Look how much better that looks. Doesn't that look neat? And it carries right up into the plant. So, Pauline, how late can you stay with us? I've got another hour to go. Does that work for you? No. Okay, now this is going to drive you absolutely nuts because this is one of these detail things. Zoom in. So I got to get really close, but if it's too close, let me know. Mary, are you calling it a night as well? Okay, Pauline says she'll hit bed and leave me running. Okay. Okay, watch this. Zoom in. Okay, Sarah's here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, I'm going to take an ultra fine point Sharpie. And I'm putting a black dot on the berries. Right in the center. Why? Because if you look at these berries, they have a little dot on them. Now I have to poke it 3 or 4 times each time, and your dot can be off center. Hi, Kathy. Do you guys see this dot? Isn't that neat? Kathy, Kathy, Kathy. Can you guys see the dot? And And I realize that it seems wonky to do this, but I'm telling you, it makes the detail look absolutely great. And time again, you guys say, you know, when you look at a picture, I'm going to put a black dot in the star, I think. You guys will tell me that something will look uninteresting to start. Pearl has said this. And then when I finish it, it looks really good. I'm telling you guys, it's detailed like this. And you may think I'm absolutely nuts to add this, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference. And I can see all these little black dots as I go across. So I'm hitting each berry like twice. And the really neat thing is, by adding these dots, it's not so much the dot that you're seeing, but it's shading the berry. And that's what makes it look really cool. How many of you think I'm nuts for doing this? And don't be afraid to speak up. Or let me rephrase the question. Now that you've seen me do it, would you do something like this? Zoom out. Everybody see now how you can see this? Zoom out. Zoom out. It's crazy, but it works. And that's why I show it to you. Okay. And see all these other little red berries that I put in here? For that matter, I could even put in a couple more in between. I'll save these for later. So I'm putting them internal into the plant. I actually should have done that earlier. I'm only adding like 3 or 4 there. Okay. Oh, just cute. So now this is getting a little confusing. So this is where now I'm going to take a very dark, lush green. And I'm going to go ahead and start in on this stuff. So I have an Arteza Forest Green. Now, if your coloring is starting to get lost, I mean, you know, busy, right? So let's go ahead and very lightly color this stuff in. And now this is really going to start to pop and make sense. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, and I forgot my wax. The rest of my wax here. There we go. Okay, now I'm happy. I'm a happy little camper. Oop, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, so we've got dripping wax. We've got a flame that looks really cool. And now I'm going ahead and starting to define these leaves, branches, greenery. So I have a question for you guys. Zoom in. How many of you like my method of tinting in first when you color something? Do you use it? Let me ask it that way. Does it help you? Does it help you? Does it make sense for you? So I'm coming in very, very light here. I'm not going to get irritated if you don't use it. That's fine. So Maddie says she uses it. Yeah, when she did Forest Girl, she tinted in everything in her colors just to get an idea. Wanda says she always starts light. Kathy says, love it, just started doing the tinting. Okay. It's really a neat way to define what's going on your piece. And the other reason being, if you come in heavy, as I've told you a bazillion times, you take away your ability to change the shading on your piece. Oh man. Pretty. Kathy says that she thinks her coloring pages are looking better. I think they do. Am I close enough, everybody? And if anybody has any question about what the heck I'm talking about, ask. It's all about going light first. Now my intention is that these branches will be darker, but as I'm going along here, if I change my mind, I can. Now, I like this Arteza because it doesn't popcorn, and what that means is it really doesn't leave white spaces. Wanda, I went ahead and bought that large set of the Brett Ferner. That one that I thought was duplicates. It's not coming in until like the 12th, I think, 12th, 13th, something like that. And I happened to look again at it, and I think it's sold out on Amazon. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on that song. My apologies to my Brit friends. Oh, Wanda, I'm sorry. Hopefully it comes back. I bought them because of you. Go figure. Okay. Now, we got a little problem here. Zoom out. Zoom out. So, I like to have a ruler on hand. And I don't know if any of you caught this. I just noticed it. But do you notice that we have a vertical line right here? And we have nothing here. Everybody see that? So, three and a half eighths out from my outside line. There's supposed to be another line here. Now, I don't know if that kind of thing bugs you, but it does me. Am I the only one that this bothers? Oh, Yankee Doodle Doo da. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in that line. Wanda says it bugs her. So, excuse me while I fix this, but this stuff drives me nuts. Okay, there we go. I just noticed that as I was doing this. Okay, it's fixed. And the reason that I noticed it is because I wanted to see how far I needed to pull out my evergreens here. And the other issue here is that this horizontal line behind the sock is gone. So I've got to put that in too. Zoom in. So I'm sorry if it bugs you that I'm doing that, but I hate that when something's incomplete. Okay, and what I'm going to do, zoom in. I want you to watch this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Is I'm going to carry some of this greenery over behind the hanging stocking. Different than the Christmas tree, okay? Zoom out. Zoom out. All right, much better. So now we've got balance on each side here. The lines drawn in, we're cool. Okay. So depending on what I want to color next here, let's see, zoom in. We're fine, Rhonda, glad you're back. All right. And then this is where, all right, so the greenery, that's what I was doing. So I've got my dark green here, but I came in relatively light, right? My little choo-choo train got derailed here. So now I'm going to come in with, and you got to be careful when you do this, with black. Zoom in. And I'm going to go down the center of my greenery lightly. And darken it in a little bit to make it a little more lush. Does that make sense? Now, I am barely touching the page. Now, if you want to, you could have come in with a lighter green and then come in with a darker green on top of that. Zoom in. Does this make sense to you guys? And what I want you to see, I missed a spot. What I want you to see now is that black around the star, for example, is giving it lots of dimension and depth. Now, you might say, well, why not just use a darker green in the first place? Because by using the green that I did and coming along with the black, that is giving me all sorts of dimension on this. Anybody have any question about that? And I'm not covering everything up with my black. Zoom out. Look at the difference between this side and this side. Everybody see that? Questions? I'm getting some water. Zoom in. Now, this may seem like unnecessary detail. It's not, guys. I'm telling you that when you're done with your final piece, all of it is going to look really good. Because you took the time to do this stuff. And again, I'm not pressing hard with the black. It's just darkening the green that's already there. Anybody have any question at all about this? This is not the time to be shy. This is why I'm live. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. Look how lush that looks now. Got a hair stuck in this. The sacrifices I make for you guys, even my hair. Oh my. Okay, so my last remaining little berries here that I added, like 5 of them or something like that, we'll put those back in because that ink is dry. And now I've got berries inside, which now looks much better, thank you. And yes, I'll put the black dot on it in a second. Okay, now we got a couple problems with the way some ornaments were drawn. This is driving me nuts. Zoom in. So you can see that she put caps on some of these ornaments, but not on others. So I'm going to go in real quick and just put the little doohickeys on top. And you can also see that on the tree, she just drew random circles here for ornaments. So we've got to deal with that now too. zoom out. So my question to you is this driving you nuts or is this helping you? I'm just seeing a lot of things that need to be corrected on here. And while I'm correcting them, I'm enhancing. Remember when I added the leaves to this? But to me, guys, this is, I enjoy doing this. And I want you to enjoy it too. It's not hard. And it leaves you to do some of your own thing. Zoom out. Because here's the deal. To me, if I'm going to spend, zoom out, zoom out. If I'm going to spend all this time coloring something, I want it to look good. So I don't want to see fire coming up, you know, on top of the fireplace. Okay. So we got about a half hour to go. Oh, let's see. La-da-dum. Let's work on the dog a little bit. So I'm getting my crafting knife out. It's a slice knife, it's called. No, it doesn't come with the stickers on them. I've got labels and I put them on this because this comes white. And when I put it in, Sandy, a number of her books are like that. Not all. Buy a couple and see, you know, buy one and see what you think. I don't want to discourage you from buying her books because they're nice. And if anything, Sandy, at this point, it would help you in your coloring if you do stuff like what I'm doing. Now, this stuff on the outside was totally nothing to do with her. But this detail on the inside is stuff that I wanted to add. All right. So I've got some labels and I put them on my pen because this was white and I didn't want to lose it. This is my cutter. Zoom in, zoom in. So I'm going to show you how I do this dog fur. So I'm taking my slice knife and I'm etching lines into the paper. And Rhonda's going, yay, yay, because she's got one of these knives too. Now, for those of you that haven't seen me do this before, I think this will be fun for you. And all I'm doing is etching in little grooves in the paper, and this is cardstock because I print out on cardstock. Whoop! I'm so sorry. And I'm putting in tiny little etch lines for the fur. You can go multi-directional. Sandy, it's called a slice, S-L-I-C-E, like slice your finger. Ooh, that looks like blood, doesn't it? It's not. Sorry. I hope it's not. Nope. It's on our affiliate list. And the affiliate list is the, Rhonda, what were you going to say? The affiliate list is in the announcements at the top of the page of the group. And when you buy from that affiliate list, a few pennies come back to the group. It costs you nothing. Yeah, Rhonda's going nuts with her knife. Oh, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Ooh! Excuse me. And this will make sense in a minute and why I'm doing it this way. Excuse me. Rhonda, tell everybody why you like your slice knife. Okay, now this area past this vertical line is what I drew in. I made a simple oval and then added the tail. Now this slice knife is really great for like birds and stuff. I did a tutorial on horsehair using one of these. You could texture brick with this. Grass if you wanted to. Now this is going to make sense in about 30 seconds. Okay, zoom out. And now I'm going to take a brown marker. This happens to be my Tanimate. Hold on. I don't want that color. Bear with me, guys. My favorite brown is drying out. I hate that. All right, we'll go with this. All right, zoom in. Everybody see this? Everywhere that I made an indentation in the paper with my knife, the marker is going in there and coming in a little heavier. And you can make your lines closer together. You can make them more in a pattern. Now, Rhonda, you've used colored pencil on top of them, haven't you? I find that marker works the best. I mean, if you had a quilted blanket, you could make your quilt marks on it. And Rhonda says she's going to use markers on the new piece. Now, one thing you got to be a little careful of, and it just happened, see where this pen line is? Sometimes your marker is going to pull up your pen line. So I just got this brown on here. No biggie, but be aware. And markers are on the affiliate list, that's correct. They should be. If they're not, contact me. Now, if you want to add a few more marks on your paper, go ahead and do that. Now, be careful. You've got to let your markers dry. And then go back with your marker. See how I've got more lines on here? And also remember, when you go back with your marker, it's going to darken the area because you're adding more color. So just be aware of that. Zoom out. Sandy, the markers should be on affiliate. If they're not, what you need to do is go to Amazon, pick out the ones that you want, copy the link to that item. You know that little square box that's in the upper right hand corner with the arrow pointing up? Click on that and it says copy link and send it to me. And I'll get you our affiliate link. Now notice how I can shade in some areas here. And these are water-based markers. All right, let me put my knife away so I don't jab myself. Excuse me 1 second, I gotta grab a tissue. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brown pencil let me find one that's a little darker. Hold on. Zoom in. And this is where you start your shading per normal. Everybody see how I'm doing that? Got a little bit outside of with the marker here. I'm going to darken my areas that I want dark. Any question on this? Now, unless I'm wrong, Rhonda will tell you that lighter pencils work better with this etching method. And now I'm just coloring per normal, adding in where I want to have my shading. Zoom out. Any question on how I'm coloring this dog? And see how I'm adding a little couple marks this way? See that? On the head. Have fun, guys. There you go. And if you want, you can take a darker gray and play with the colors as far as that's concerned as well. Zoom out. Zoom out. Any questions? Questions, comments? You like it, you don't like it, you'll try it, you won't try it. Good lesson, bad lesson. I think we're in pretty good shape. So I'm just looking at it right now on my screen, actually. I hope you learned some really neat techniques. The rhinestones, the dots on the berries, which I have to add to those few berries. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me fix something here. I just noticed. Zoom in. Zoom in. Just while I'm thinking of it here. Anybody have any questions as to why I did something? I got a couple more things to do, so sit tight. I've got 7 more minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add my dots to those few berries that I added inside. Yes, guys, I'm that persnickety. Why? Because it makes for a great looking piece when you're done. Okay, I got everything. Right, the affiliate list, when you click on that link, Sandy, you got to go to our list at the top. It's in, like I said, in announcements. Click on that, and then you'll see a whole huge list of coloring books and supplies. And when you click on that link and you buy, that's when we get the credit for it. That's exactly right, Sandy. Okay, I just wanted to show you something here while I'm thinking of it. Zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to put a little pink on this stuff. And actually this happens to be on the leaves. that I added. A couple of them anyway. And then I'm going to add my green. Now, I can't think what this plant, coleus, is that it? It's got the pink and the green in it. Somebody help me here. Sandy, depending on your budget, I would highly suggest the electric eraser. I've got a Linkyo, L-I-N-K, poinsettia. Thank you, Maddie. An electric eraser, excuse me, electric sharpener, we'll get there. Everybody see how I've got the pink and the green on here? Oh, how pretty. Now, if you're not sure what to color Christmas plants, go to Google and type in the word Christmas plant. And you'll get pictures. And then all you have to do is emulate those pictures. This is what I wanted to show you before I signed off. So I'm just putting a squiggle of pink in there. Everybody see that? And then I'm going to go back. Let's see. And then I'm going to go back Okay, Sandy, I'm going to send you, I want you to sit tight on buying anything. And I'm going to send you the links to the basic things that I think you should have. I just did this for Rita. So I will send you the affiliate links, and then you can decide what your budget is and what you want to buy. Does that sound good? Zoom out. Look how pretty this looks, guys. And is everybody clear when I say go to Google and Google Christmas plants and look at the pictures and emulate those? Again, all I did was put a smudge of pink randomly on the leaves. Leaves. Now notice that I'm avoiding the pink. If I get on there a little bit, no biggie deal. And also make sure that your green is relatively the same shade. And you know how I always tell you, turn your pencils? When I lift my pencil to move, I just do a little micro turn in my hand. Somebody tell me why I do that. So that everybody else knows and learns. Or if you want to guess, if you don't know and you want to guess why I do that. It keeps the pencil sharp. That's right. Oh man, I love how this plant's turning out. Isn't that pretty? Zoom out. Now, I'm going to go back because it looks a little, I've got some white gaps in there. Zoom in. Zoom in. So now I'm going to go back with my pink. And I'm just going to make sure that all my white spots are covered. And that also gives me an opportunity to sharpen up my pink, brighten up my pink a little bit. Look how cool that looks. Okay, now one more little touch to this, but you have got to be extremely careful when you do it. And as soon as I find my pencil, oh, I am so funny sometimes. All right. So, being very, very careful now, I'm going to take a black pencil and I'm going to pick some random leaves . And I'm going to add a little bit of black shading around them. Not much. Zoom out. And what that will do is that will give you a little bit of depth on your plant. Everybody see that? Now guys, don't get stupid with your black. If you put too much in, it's not going to turn out well. Everybody see now how this is starting to get defined? And what I'm doing is I'm just tracing a few of these on the outside of these leaves. Can you guys see that definition coming up now? Yes, no? Zoom out. There you go. And I promise you that when you try this on a few of your projects, you're going to start getting the hang of it. Okay? And then I just blend just a little bit with my finger, just a tad. I'm going to mush those colors together a little bit. Zoom out. So what do you think? Was tonight worth your time? I hope. Wanda is coloring away. Wanda sits and listens. She doesn't say too much. Love you, Wanda. All right. Now, I know that I told you a lot of stuff. Take your time, practice. And remember that when you see something like that, boy, that dog looks light. I'm not going to fuss about that until I color in some more and we wait and see how this is going to look. Let me pull you out just a little bit more. There we go. Keep in mind that your project is going to look wonky. And it does. This looks spotty. But I promise you that when we start putting more stuff on here, it's going to come together. Okay? I am really happy with that plant. I think that looks cute. Yeah, the dog's looking a little orangey to me. But again, I'm not going to make any decisions until I finish more of it. And thank you, the dog does look good. And Sandy, I will get that list of stuff to you. Sandy, how much coloring supplies do you have now? Are you a brand new colorist or what's the deal, please? I'm having too much fun with this. Now, the other thing I wanted to remind you is it takes longer because I'm teaching and talking while we do this. and I stop, well, I don't stop, but I slow down and I make sure that you have the skill and I talk through everything. But a lot of you tell me that you use this time to color and chat, which is great. You just have some books and pencils. Okay, Sandy, I'll help you. I don't know what your budget is, but I'll send you, like I said, I'll send you some critical things that I feel that you need to have. So I want you to have fun with this. I hope you learned something. Do not let it overwhelm you, guys. Okay? And you can always replay this. All right, guys. I love you guys. I really do. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. Please be kind to each other. Help each other. I'm so proud of this group. We're a good group. All right, guys. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Again, joyous, joyous coloring. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a couple things. I hope you're leaving with a smile on your face. I sure am. And now I'm going to stuff my face with one of my candy bars and relax and some more. I mean, I'm relaxed now. Oh, I love it. Take care, guys. All right. Bye.